Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome. And okay, we might be getting some audio, but it doesn't seem to be moving. I hope we're getting something there. Uh, why isn't it moving? Are we not connected correctly? I think we are. I think we are. But anyway, this is the saga of Portsmouth Coffee Talk, and I know over the last few months or maybe longer, well, a year now, you heard me talk about Portsmouth Coffee Talk and where we're going with it, and a lot of changes, a lot of suspensions, and we'll be back and all that, and you know, it's just been weighing heavy on my mind, and we started out with two wonderful hosts along with me and helping me out. And it was a great run. And I think we kind of ran its course with that format. And, I'm sure we'll see them coming back from time to time on different stories or different issues that we talk about. And anyway, I hope the sound is okay. I don't see any kind of registration here, but anyway, we'll keep on talking. But I just can't let um, I can't let coffee talk go away. A lot of people are still familiar with it, and I still have it on a lot of my hats, and we have the cups, and we have things that still want to do with it, and I still have my other uh, pot social media show. That's not going anywhere, but that's pretty new. Uh, our take on it with Slim and Shona, and we're doing well with that and bringing guests on, enjoying ourselves, and trying to build that platform. But with the momentum we were going with Coffee Talk, Portsmouth Coffee Talk, wasn't going as fast as we thought after all those years. But we still have more subscribers than we had from the beginning. But we just kind of halfway there before monetization. So I decided, and I had I had the Slim Nation one-on-ones podcast, which I still want to do that. But I think what I need to do is just bring all that back under pour some coffee talk, which is what we're going to do. The other channels will be there, but we'll be based coming from Portsmouth Coffee Talk and the City Talk with Slim. And anytime I have something uh, special that's a special one-on-one, it'll still be under Coffee Talk, but it'll be one of the segments of Portsmouth Coffee Talk. And I think that's about the best way. I still want to have Portsmouth Coffee Talk as the presence. And when you subscribe, give your subscriptions to Portsmouth Coffee Talk, and we'll go that way. And I'll figure out some way to bring the Slim Nation one-on-ones videos, and I don't know if I can bring over the subscribers that were there over to Portsmouth Coffee Talk. But for the meantime, our shows will be based on Portsmouth Coffee Talk, except for our take on it. That's a whole separate entity in itself. But as far as what I want to do, and it'll be mainly based on, I will be, the host of Portsmouth Coffee Talk and bringing on guests. We'll go back to the having the political conversations with guests coming on, but we'll still have the segments or the features with Slim Nation one-on-ones um, experience and City Talk with Slim, which appropriately should fall on the Portsmouth Coffee Talk because it'll be Portsmouth City uh, conversations as well as cities throughout the Hampton Roads. So you'll see me coming on at Portsmouth Coffee Talk with uh, the City Talk with Slim segment. You know, so we'll probably promote it like that, Portsmouth Coffee Talk. So, and I know you've seen me come up here many times and with many different changes. I'm just trying to find my way here and the best way to do it. Excuse me. without overextending myself with a lot of different channels, which I thought that might be a good way to do it. But finding out, it's best to, kind of concentrate on the Portsmouth Coffee Talk, since that was the base of what we were doing. You won't see the Colonel or Leah on here on a regular basis. Hopefully they'll come back from time to time to contribute. But we're going to continue the Portsmouth Coffee Talk with it, because I think we kind of created a brand that, at least locally, a lot of people are familiar with. And we probably just need to continue that, because even when I tried to push the Slim Nation one-on-ones, people were saying, "Is this Portsmouth Coffee Talk?" And and that's kind of let me know that more people are still kind of familiar with that. And I think it makes sense to sort of circle back to that in a meaningful way. And all the other things that I want to do, just do it through Portsmouth Coffee Talk. And we'll still have that brand name out there that some people are familiar with. And I think it's something that I shouldn't uh, let go away, shouldn't have never gone away from it. And I never really did completely, because I always said suspension, not, we wasn't folding up shop. I was just trying to figure out a way to go with it. And in the future, you know, who knows? But right now, I know I want to. I missed, the Portsmouth Coffee Talk, and I wanted to start a presence of that going forward. And I know one thing, just like it was before, you have to be consistent with it. So I have to wake up or pick some days that I'm gonna come on, and that's what I'm gonna do. The Our take on it, featuring Slim and Shona, is gonna always be an evening thing, and so we're gonna go with that, the evening thing. And I just got to do the Portsmouth Coffee Talk in the mornings, and it's going to have to be that way. We will make special exceptions for people that absolutely can't come on in the morning. I might switch to mornings when they can come on, and maybe the time a little bit. But when you think about coffee, you think about mornings. So it just makes sense to have the shows in the morning when you think about Portsmouth Coffee Talk. And if they can't make the mornings, we just have to, say, okay, well, we'll hold off until you can make a morning. And unless it's really a special or urgent thing that we must go to the evening, or if it's a show that we have to extend, we did this before, we have to extend past an hour because we have a panel of people and everybody needs time to communicate. And an hour is not never enough time. Sometimes we have to go to an evening show, just to be fair to the panel that's there, in order to make sure that everything goes well. And I do have another channel that you'll see every once in a while, and that's Papa and Zuri. Something I do with my granddaughter, and but that's a whole separate thing. So, but this what we're talking about now is Portsmouth Coffee Talk, and um, all the different times, like I said, you heard me come back and forth with it. I never really left it completely. I just was trying to figure out a way to continue it, and how to do it. And so I'm going to try another way. With I don't want to give up the Slim Nation, so bring it all together. And Portsmouth Coffee Talk with all the different segments of the Slim Nation, the one-on-one interviews that will it'll be a certain day for that, a certain day and time for that, and the Slim Talk, the City Talk with Slim, which is specifically for city issues and things like that. But Portsmouth Coffee Talk can you know, be just about anything. And even though it's named after the city of Portsmouth, because we are based here in Portsmouth, and we want to present a presence of Portsmouth, Virginia, wherever we are shown. So that's why we have Portsmouth Coffee Talk. Not necessarily we cover just Portsmouth. We'll do that and this other cities of Hampton Roads on our City Talk with Slim segments, which will basically be a lot of the local cities, and what's going on there. Of course, Coffee Talk will be wide open from shore to shore, from the Pacific to the Atlantic. If we can get those people to come on and talk about it. And the Slim Nation, like I said, that'll be our one-on-one conversation. So all here in one little package we're going to have, and soon those that other channel with the Slim Nation will be combined with here, and all the things I've done with that channel will be combined here on the Portsmouth Coffee Talk channel. So you'll have all those different opportunities to see back shows here on the Portsmouth Coffee Talk and the Slim Nation together. And I won't have to be going back from channel to channel doing that. Except when I go over to Our Take on It, which is the evening show with Slim and Shona, featuring Slim and Shona and our guests, who are the most important people we have on that show. So stay tuned for promotions for that show at a separate time. But right now, Portsmouth Coffee Talk is here, and I hope you stay with us and continue to be a support system for us as we continue and try to grow and make all the efforts. I was talking to someone the other day about going back to the times where we were receiving honoring donations uh, from people who wanted to support us financially, so we could keep the operation going. Better equipment, being able to go out on location with better cameras and things like that, and just for us to be able to get to a point and have subscribers where we can monetize with YouTube. And that's the ultimate goal, to be able to have enough subscribers so we can start monetizing the shows that we have on YouTube. So until we get to that point, we'll be trying to improve and build on what we have right here. And you know so uh, so we can be compensated, and or we can also one of the goals is having the show like this, is being able to share information about the communities and things that are going on in communities throughout our country, and to be able to support some of these things that's going on, some of these community efforts, these community groups, and things that are going on. That's another goal of ours, and as far as being monetized and making money from what we're doing. And there's nothing wrong with that. Being able to make money for the time and efforts that we put into doing this, So I'll be letting you know. We already have a cash app, and but right now, we won't be requesting any donations until we set the bank account back up again, and make sure, because this right now it is a LLC. We probably have to renew that, and which is a business, and so a lot of things come into play, RIS and things like that. And I was talking to a bookkeeper the other day, so we'll probably bring them on board, so we'll know we'll be all straight there, making sure that we're doing everything we should be doing as a business, and that's the way we want to approach this. So when we ask for donations from people, or to support us, or get to the point where we are monetized and can open ourselves up for membership, where people pay on a regular basis for us to keep the broadcast going, then we can make sure we have all our financial ducks in a row, and we're doing what we're supposed to be doing as far as paying our taxes, whatever um, whatever the situation calls for, as far as tax consequences or whatever, whatever we have to do as a business. And we want to make sure we're on the up and up about that, and we want to treat this as so. And you know, I know I'm not in the position to do all that, so we're gonna have to bring people on in order to do that. So the donations will help in order, because bringing somebody on that's doing the bookkeeping, that's an expense in itself. but uh, um, it's a necessary expense that we have to have in order to make sure we won't get caught up down the road in some things that just because we didn't know. So uh, that's where we're going. We'll pour some coffee talk and get ready to see us come back in full force and see me out there as much as I can. And of course, I want to be able to continue this and bring on some younger people, as interns. And so we have to set up a situation where we have to figure out how that works with interns. Most of the time the interns, and we want it to be worth their while if they're going to intern with us. Maybe give us reports out there and send it to us, and we show it on their feed, and it would help them in some way, whatever educational field they're in. It might help them. But I think we have to be set up. We have to have a certain criteria that we are in order to be considered for that. So and then when point comes where I can no longer do it, or I want to sit back and do something else, I want somebody to be able to take over Portsmouth Coffee Talk and continue it. And it's something that we started, and we don't want it to end. So uh, thanks everybody for watching, and uh, stay tuned for more updates on Portsmouth Coffee Talk. And I think right now we're going in the right direction this time. You saw us going in different ways and coming up and saying this and saying that about what we're going to do with Portsmouth Coffee Talk. We suspended and all that. But I think we finally have figured out the best way for us to go and to continue with Portsmouth Coffee Talk and do some of the other things that interest me as well under the guise of, under the direction of Portsmouth Coffee Talk. Take care, and we'll see you. And be aware, be informed, and most of all, be involved. We'll see you next time. Stay tuned for updates.